Well, we saw this comment. High-tax cities are seeing residents flee to areas like South Florida. The New York State budget taking a hit as a result of President Trump's tax overhaul. Governor Andrew Cuomo is blaming the Trump administration for a $2.3 billion revenue shortfall. Joining us right now are Dolly Lenz, real estate co-founder, Dolly Lenz, and Dolly Lenz real estate managing director, Jenny Lenz. Great to see you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
What's going on? We said in the past, money is mobile. It's going to go where it's treated best.
Yeah.
Give us the numbers. What are you seeing?
It's pretty bad and getting worse. So every day we're literally going down to Florida week after next to scope out properties for clients, even though Kanye backed out of his deal. But I think he just overpaid. That was a very high price. That's the reason he backed out, I think.
That Fiena house
yes,
where
yeah, $14 million in there.
There's zero privacy.
Yeah, zero privacy. And not only that, it's also where Ken Griffin can't sell his apartment. So why is he buying into that?
Right.
So the whole thing.
But do people go to Florida because they feel that there's no state income tax? I mean, is that what your clients tell you?
And no estate tax.
No estate,
so it's both. So New York has state income tax and estate tax, right? At least California has no estate tax. New York is like the worst of all worlds, unfortunately, right now.
Okay, so we see this since that 2017 law. Basically, the taxpayers of the country are no longer subsidizing states like New York, New Jersey to have very high tax rates. No change yet. New Jersey, now just as a hypothetical question, is this a bad place to invest if people are thinking of buying new homes, renovating homes? I mean, what do you see going forward?
Well, New Jersey, like New York, is going to be in trouble going forward. I think prices will go down. There's price pressure when you have a much higher amount of money you're spending per month.
Right. New York saw the biggest outflow of residents. They saw 50,000 residents leave the state, where, you know, there are only 9 states that lost people, right? So you had New York at 50,000, then you had Illinois at 45, and then the combined 7 states after that were 33,000. So you see, you know, it's a pretty crazy number, and we see a lot of them going to Florida.
So what are you expecting this is going to look like within the next year or so? I mean, does this only get worse?
Well, we think, yeah, it gets worse.
Right.
When people realize what they're really paying and they sit down with their accountants and they have to adjust everything, they're going to say, wow, I just got the biggest tax increase of my life. And it's going to hurt high-tax states. It's going to hurt high real estate tax homes, no question.
Jenny, are you already seeing weakness, though, in the New York market because of this?
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of weakness. We're expecting like more sellers now. And we do think they're going to move to Florida, you know, whereas before they would have moved at like 65, 70. They're going to move a little bit sooner now.
Yeah, we have 50-year-olds saying to us, you know what, we could still stay in New York 5 months. It's not like we can't come to New York.
So what are the rules? You can stay here for how many days?
It's a 183-day story to stay out. And, of course, you should give yourself a little margin above those days. But I have to tell you, people are going to leave. It is not good.
And Florida's the #1 destination, but we should also point out, I said earlier, Texas has a very low income tax rate. It's so low, it's 0. So Texas is one of those states like Florida with no income tax.
And Vegas.
And that's right.
And that's right. We have people looking at Vegas.
Vegas doesn't have a state income tax. What about a state tax?
No. So people are looking. We're literally going to Vegas in 1.5 weeks for someone looking at a home there. So they like the West Coast better, so that's why they're looking there. But Miami definitely will be the biggest place they go. And the good news is Miami is so overbuilt that prices are lower than they have been in a while. So that's great news. So you get the perfect storm of exodus and low prices. So it's going to be interesting.
So is any other state benefiting from this as much as Florida? I mean, are you seeing the same kind of stuff in Texas, in Vegas? The same kind of migration?
Wyoming, Jackson Hole, another state with no income tax?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's harder for people from New York City to move to Wyoming.
Right, yeah.
But the South, I mean, the whole South, the tax picture is better. Maybe you pay some state income tax, but it's not anywhere near what you pay in New York.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. At least California has no estate tax. Right? So they have very high tax.
Would you expect prices to go down in New York as a result of real estate prices?
Yeah.
There's going to be downward pressure, and we do expect it, especially with the huge new development supply of property. Huge.
All right, we'll leave it there. Dolly and Jenny Lenz.